confirming that the attached copies of the entries and or documents that are set out in the annexure, which she attaches to her statement, are correct copies of the said entries and documents of the bank. What happened, my lord, is that the bank provided us with the bank statement that consists of several pages, and we refer to some of the pages. It's up to page 30, and attached to the bank statement, they provided a spreadsheet summarizing all the transactions and this spreadsheet, my lord, also form part of exhibit EE5.
But the point is, were these documents supplied
Yes.
to the defense?
Yes, my
All
lord.
of them?
We get in there on the 13th of May, 2024, page 7.
Yeah.
Dr. Sibanda says the following: as the court pleases, my lord, and then we will move to exhibit EE5. And says, I have E5 is the bank statement. Says, I also made a copy available to the court, as well as page 47 of exhibit EE5. Page 47 is the spreadsheet, my lord, the one with the summary of the transactions. And it says, I disclose the information to the defense. It says, my lord, this is the information relating to accused 1. It says, page 47 that I'm going to place on record, it is only transactions that were isolated on this A3 document, which I will place on record, as opposed to going through the entire bank statement. And it says, what is contained in exhibit EE5 is summarized on page 7 of this spreadsheet. And Dr. Sibanda says the big document A3 and continues on page 8. He says all the transactions that I want to place on record. Then, even more importantly, towards the bottom of the page, line 17, Dr. Sibanda says, at this stage, the impression that I got today is that they have no objection to it being admitted at this stage. I think Mr. Mgomezulu will take the point further. Then the court asks Mr. Mgomezulu, then Mr. Mgomezulu at line 22 says, confirm, my lord. And the court asks, in terms of what, section 220? Mr. Mgomezulu, yes, in terms of section 220. Then the court says, yes, okay, so ordered then. So basically, my lord, these documents have been formally admitted. in terms of Section 220.
The court will recall that at the commencement of this process, I stood up and indicated that the exhibit EEE5, which is in my possession, does not align, or is not the same as the exhibit EEE5, which is in possession of the state. Then the state had to scramble around to look, to compare what I'm having and what they are having, and indeed it came out that this is not one and the same document. So they gave me theirs in the meantime. In addition to the document, they also gave me this spreadsheet. Now, when I stood up and raised the concern about the authenticity of this spreadsheet, then we took it as already now placed on record. But in essence, my lord, is the document that the state indicates that it provided to the defense, well, I'll be referring to myself being exhibit EEE5, is not the same document that the state is now introducing. And to this document that I received, there's no attachment of this spreadsheet that the state is now introducing. And the court will remember that when I took over the defense of Mr. Sibiya, I had to read through all these documents. This information I did not have. I only had this exhibit EEE5, which does not, which is not the same exhibit EEE5 that is also in the possession of the state. Now, that's the reason why I got very surprised today that on the face of it, prima facie, it looked to me as if I am being confronted with the new information that I did not have when I started to prepare the case for Mr. Sibiya. That's the concern that I stood up on, which is the reason why I also raised the issue regarding this spreadsheet as to where does it really come from. I'm not so sure about my other colleagues, if they received similar information or document that the state handed to them over, but the one that I had to read in preparation of Mr. Sibiya's case, totally not the same as the one that the state is now busy with, my lord. Both in relation to triple exhibit E5 and its annexure, I'll call this an annexure, which is the spreadsheet relating to the bank transactions, my lord. Thank you. But I'm in the hands of the court now.
Ms. Ramsipedi, did you receive?
As the court pleases, my lord. My lord, to be frank with the court, I've never perused this exhibit EEE5 because it purely relates to accused number 1. So I may not be privy as to the difference in the contents of the document disclosed to Advocate Nisi from the state, my lord. As the court pleases.
Malo?
Thank you, my lord. I've got exhibit EEE5, but I don't have annexures. I don't have annexures. Thank you.
Mshololo?
Same, my lord, with me. I don't have annexures to exhibit EEE5.
Ramsipedi? I mean, Malloy then. They say they haven't got, they didn't get those documents before this witness was led. Is that basically what you are all saying?
Well, it's here on record, Mara. I've just read it out where we said we've provided.
You want us to adjourn or to postpone or what?
Defense with, my lord, we are really in the hands of the defense. It's really up to them, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Mnisi.
My lord, I don't want to be seen to be holding this court at ransom. I'm also in the hands of the court.
Hello?
I'm saying, oh,
Yeah, I'm saying you. What are you saying? Should you adjourn, postpone? Because you're basically saying you never received these documents before Mr. Sibiya testified and being pushed under cross-examination. Only now are you aware of those documents?
That is the case, my lord.
And
On those bases, I'm in the hands of the court, my lord.
Yeah, Mr. Ramsipili says he didn't peruse them, and Mr. Numalo says the same thing.
Yes, I'm saying the same thing.
And so also Mr. Sholol. Yeah, so should we adjourn until tomorrow? I don't know. You must tell me because I don't want persons to say,
It would be better, my lord, to proceed when we are all in receipt of the same documents.
okay, how many pages are we talking of?
It's an A3, just one page.
Just one page.
Yes.
We can proceed, my lord. In an event that there's something that comes up on this cross-examination, then I'm going to make an application, or I'm going to request for indulgence to revisit this aspect even beyond my re-examination, my lord, if the state would be fine with that.
Sir Ramsipili, you want to read the document now?
My lord, like I said.
Yeah, I know you say you never peruse it.
Yes, so I don't want to read it, my lord.
You want to? You
Mr.
don't want to?
Minister says we can proceed on the proviso that he mentions.
Mr. Numalo.
We can proceed, my lord. I see no problem in not proceeding.
Even if you haven't read the document. And if you consulted with your client,
He-
Mr. Shololo also consulted with their client, Mr. Ramsipili also consulted with his client, Mr. Mnisi consulted with his client. You want to proceed without having done that?
I don't think it hinders on my client's terrain.
I thought you guys were charged with a common purpose.
When it comes to bank records, I'm not involved.
I see the doctor is laughing.
My lord,
Let's adjourn until tomorrow. If you're charged with a common purpose, what affects accused one inevitably affects number 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I understand the law. You can't say, this evidence doesn't bind my client.
I'm understanding it differently, my lord.
Is it?
Yes.
Am I correct, doctor? He's a doctor of law.
No, the court is correct, my lord. I also wanted to just beg indulgence from the court, just to also address, because I dealt with this part of evidence, my lord. I can confirm, my lord, these documents were handed to my colleagues, not once, but twice. And I remember, just that during lunch, I was going through the record. There was a day wherein Mr. Mngomezulu was not present, Mr. Mshololo was standing in. We have to postpone the matter so that he can go and consult with Mr. Sibia regarding the very same spreadsheet. And then the following day, we proceeded in the presence of Mr. Mngomezulu. Then the document was admitted before this court. So I appreciate the honesty from Mr. Ramosipili to say that he never perused the documents, but he did receive those documents, and I understand why he was not representing accused number 1 at that stage, but the record speaks for itself. I even attempted to go through this entire record on the of May 2024, and then I was stopped, I think, just on transaction number 6 or number 7, the court said it's not necessary for us to go through this document because it has been admitted as evidence before court.
I remember the 220
That's correct, madam.
admission made by Mr. Mngomezulu, the late Mr. Mngomezulu.
So, indeed so, my lord.
Yeah, okay. You want us to continue? I'm prepared to continue if you say we should.
We can continue, my lord.
Will we continue?
Is it please the court, my lord?
Yes, we can continue.
Okay, fine. Yes, Mr. Badui then. I see your clients are smiling.
The court, please, we just giving our colleagues who don't have copies, copies. Mr. Sweer, just to, before we continue with the transactions, just to go back to the transaction of the 21st of September 2014. We've already placed this transaction on record, but you'll recall that on the 22nd, that is now the day after the withdrawal indicated on exhibit E5, the withdrawal of the 21st September 2014, you were due to sit for your learner's test at Boksburg DLTC. Is that correct?
Ngaphambi ke ukuthi siqhubeke sifunde ke lama transactions wafundele ke inkantolo sizophindela la ke kule transaction ya kamhla ka 21 kuSeptember kunyaka ka 2014 iphuzu lami engizama ukuliveza ukuthi ke uyakhumbula ukuthi mhla ka 22 kuSeptember kunyaka ka 2014 kwakufanele ukuthi ke uye lapha eDLTC okuyindawo lapho wawuzobhala khona ke ilearners yakho.
Yeah.
Yes.
In light thereof, are you still maintaining that you are not the one who conducted this transaction on the 21st September 2014 at shop 11A, 11B, corner Mac, Johannesburg?
Manje ke usamile yini enkulumeni yakho ethi ke akuwena oye wasebenzisa ke leli khadi noma ke oyenza le transaction mhla ka 21 uSeptember kunyaka ka 2014 endaweni yase shop number 21 endaweni lapha shop number 11A nase 11B eNaledi eFosloras?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just want to correct the dates. The date on which we set for the learners, it was 15 September.
Asilungise ke indaba ye date le wawuzoyobhala ngomhla ka 15 kuSeptember.
Angisakhumbula ngizobhala nini kodwa nje lokho kumile ukuthi akusimini engangidraw le transaction akhuluma ngamshushisi.
I do not remember as to when was I ought to sit for my learners. What I'm saying is that I am not the one that performed this transaction.
Right, then getting back to the spreadsheet on the second of October 2014. I'll just go back to the previous one just to confirm. 2014 10/01 at 17:31:25. There's a cash withdrawal at shop 11A and 11B, corner Mac, Johannesburg, also in Johannesburg.
Ngaphambi ukuthi siye kule transaction elandelayo masibuyele kule ya mhla ka 2014 10/01 isikhathi kwaku 17:31:25 nayo ke lapho kwakhishwa khona ke imali in shop number 11 or 11B khona lapho ekhona MC khona la eGoli.
Ngiyayibona
Yes, I can see this,
kodwa kusimina ngikhipha imali.
but I was not the one making the withdrawal.
2014 10/02, time 18/12/13, cash withdrawal, also at shop 11A and B, Naledi Foslores.
Elandelayo ke ile yakamhla ka-2014 u-10:02 isikhathi u-18:12 13 seconds. Nakhona la kukhishwa ke imali khona kuyo yona le ndawo le shop number 11A 11B Naledi eFosloras.
Akusimina ngikhipha imali. Ngiyayibona.
I can see this transaction, but it was not me making the withdrawal.
Where was your partner at the time, Ms. Mbali Moyo, staying?
Wayehlala kuphi ke uMbali Moyo, umlingani wakho ngaleso sikhathi?
Wayehlala eForce.
She was residing in Foslo.
October 2014, 10:09, 14:49, 39 seconds. There's a cash withdrawal. Connor Brickfield and BA, Johannesburg.
Elandelayo ke transaction ayenzeke mhla ka-2014 umhla ka-9 kuyinyanga yaka October isikhathi ke u-14:49:39 ukhona ke nemali ekhishiwe lapho ke ekhona Brickfield and Beer khona la eGoli.
Ngiyayibona.
I can see it,
Kodwa akusimina ngikhipha imali.
but it was not me making the withdrawal.
So you can see that the first 7 transactions between 3 July 2014 and 9 October 2014 were performed in Johannesburg. The withdrawals were in Johannesburg.
Manje ke uyabona ke ukusetshenziswa kwaleli card ukusukela lapho noma ke ukuwithdrawa noma ukukhishwa kwale mali bekusetshenziswa leli card kusukela ngomhla ka-3 kuJuly kunyaka ka-2014 ufikela ke mhla ka-9 ku-October ku-2014 zonke lezi zinto lezi noma ke ukukhishwa kwale mali kwakukhishwa khona la eGoli.
Ngokwala kusuka mhla ka-3 kuJuly. Mari khona athi kusuka mhla ka-3. Insuku eziningi emayikhipha imali, bebeyikhipha imali mayifuna ukukhipha imali. Ukuthi uyikhipha kuphi mina angazi ngoba ngisho ukuthi mina bengisekhaya.
Yes, as per this record, it reflects that from the 3rd of July, but as and when she wanted to withdraw or make withdrawals, I do not know when and at what time would she make this withdrawal because I would be home.
Then 30 October 2014, 13:42 and 32 seconds, there's a cash withdrawal at Nongoma.
Bese mhla ka-30 ku-October ku-2014, isikhathi ke u-13:42:32 seconds, and then ke kukhishwa ke imali la emshinini wokukhipha imali kwaNongoma.
Yebo, ngiyayibona.
Yes.
Kodwa akusimina ngikhipha imali.
Yes, I can say this, but it was not me that was making this withdrawal.
Ngoba ngisho ukuthi umuntu kuyenzeka ahlale eGoli ahambe emakhaya eyovakasha engafika ekhipha imali mayifika kwaNongoma.
Like I've indicated that it's possible that a person resides here in Gauteng and then as and when they visit home, they can go and withdraw money. KwaNongoma to be specific.
And one can see that from 1 October 2014 up to this transaction in Nongoma, the same card was used with the card number 522 90 000 2650
Mr. Balu is saying from the 1st of October
Yes,
to the,
from 1st October
yes,
up to this transaction of Nongoma on the 30th of October 2014. The same card was used as the card number is the same.
manje ke uyabona ukuthi ke kusukela mhla ka-1 ku-October kuze kufike umhla ka-30 ku-October kunyaka ka-2024 kwakusebenza lona leli card card number 522 90 200 2650 143.
Yebo ngiyabona leli card leli ngoba lalihlala kuye. Wayenelungelo lokusebenzisa noma ngakuthiwa wayekuphi la ifisa ukulisebenzisa khona. Noma engafika eCape Town wayengafika lisebenzise, noma engafika eDurban wayengafika lisebenzise, noma engaba seJozi wayenelungelo lokuthi lisebenzise ngoba lalihlala kuye. Ngamnikeza ukuthi alisebenzise.
Yes, I can see that this card was used, and as she is the one that had kept the card, she had permission to withdraw wherever and whenever she felt like using it. Even if she was in Cape Town, Kwanongoma, Johannesburg, she had the right rather to use the card because I left the card with her.
2014, 1103, 1245, 06. It's a cash withdrawal at shop 11A and 11B, corner Mac, Johannesburg.
Ubeke nale yamhla ka-3 kule kuNovember kunyaka ka-2014 isikhathi sithi 12:46:06 kanti ke futhi ikhishwa ke imali khona kuleya shop number 11A noma ke 11B khona lapho ke ekhona MC khona la endaweni yaseGoli.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see this, but it was not me who made this withdrawal.
2014, 1105, 1830 and 38 seconds. It's a cash withdrawal at shop 11A and 11B, Naledi Foslores.
Elandelayo ke nayo yenzeka mhla ka-2014 ngoNovember nge-5 lapho isho khona ukuthi kwakhishwa ke imali khona kuso sona lesi ishop number 11A 11B enaledi endaweni yaseFosloras.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it. I did not make the withdrawal.
2014, 1106, 1538, 52. It's a cash withdrawal. Corner Brickfield and Beer, Johannesburg.
Bese ke lelandelayo ke ithi 2014 November mhla ka-6 isikhathi u-15:38:52 nakhona la khishwa ke imali endaweni yasekhona Brickfield and BM khona la endaweni yaseGoli.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one who made this withdrawal.
2014, 1108. The time is 08:07, 12 seconds. There was an attempt to withdraw cash, but there were insufficient funds. The transaction was at Magic Meats, Foslores.
Mhla ka-2014 futhi ngoNovember mhla ka-8 ngesikhathi saka A080804 ko bekazama ke ukukhipha ke imali kwatholakala ke ukuthi ayikho imali wayesendaweni yase-Magic Meats endaweni yase-Foslores.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngizama ukukhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one who attempted to make a withdrawal.
2014, 1108, time 080804. There was again an attempt to withdraw cash. However, there were insufficient funds still at Magic Meats, Foslores.
Ngazo zona ke i-8 zaka November kunyaka ka-2014 isikhathi ke la kwaku-080804 nakhona ke umuntu wazama ke ukukhipha imali kodwa ke kwakutholakala ukuthi ayikho imali enele kanti ke futhi bekusendaweni yase-Foslores e-Magic Meats.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngizama ukukhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one who made this withdrawal.
Then still on the same day, few seconds after the previous transaction, on 2014, 1108, at 08:08:59, there's a cash withdrawal. This time it was successful at Magic Meats, Foslores.
Manje ke ngalo lona lolo suku lwemhla ka-8 kuNovember ku-2014 kodwa ke isikhathi manje seku-08:08:59 khona lapha endaweni yase-Foslores e-Magic Meats kuyakhishwa ke imali engango-7 imali khona lapho ke e-Foslores e-Magic Meats.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one that made the withdrawal.
Noma ngisenokudideka okuncane nje ngalama withdrawal la. ngithola ngathi kuya withdraw kuphela and akuveli ukuthi le mali makuthiwa khona lapha engasatholakali khona ibuye ivele iphi futhi enye ukuthi idepositwa ubani udeposit la awuveli kuvela ama withdrawal kuphela kuyenzeka iphela nini sekubuye kuba khona futhi kuya withdraw futhi understand lapho nalaba o shop 11A and shop 11B ukhona eJohannesburg nase Phosphorus futhi kukhona ishop enjengaleyo nakhona futhi lapho understand ukuthi kwenzakala kanjani.
I do not understand how it is that these transactions only reflect the withdrawals and it does not state, because I noticed that there was a time wherein there was no money, there was insufficient funds, and moments later then the transaction was approved. So it does not reflect as to who and where was the money deposited, who was it from. And further that the shops that are reflecting here in this document that you can see from shop 11A and 11B, one reflects that it's in corner MC Johannesburg and then another one reflects that it's the same shop 11A and 11B, but it says Phosphorus.
Yes.
So I'm confused.
Yes, the spreadsheet is just a summary of the withdrawals and goods and services purchased.
Lana nje basibonisa ke ukuthi ke kwatransactwa kanjani noma ke yasetshenziswa kanjani lelo khadi lelo elizosho ukuthi ke ibhadale kuphi nendawo.
I-shop 11A and 11B yona umshushise engangibekela kanjani ngoba lezi ndawo kukhomba kwehlukana iJozi le edrobheni makuthiwa Johannesburg iPhosphorus le elokishini la bekuhlala khona umbali.
So how does now the prosecutor explain this shop 11A and 11B, which at first appears to be in Johannesburg? My understanding that Johannesburg is in town, CBD, and Phosphorus will be at the location where Mbali had resided.
Yes, this is how it was captured by the bank.
Ivezwe kanjalo noma ke iqoshwe kanjalo ibhangi.
And it shows these ATM transactions.
Important point, because also on the affidavit which confirms what should be the content that is contained in this annexure. There's nowhere where they are saying this document that is now being submitted will only deal with only withdrawals and nothing else but withdrawals, my lord. So I think it's
So but this is evidence. How does the state explain that when they say they procured that evidence in terms of section 2036?
I think what
And it
Mr.
comes to
Sibi-
them, and Mr. Sibia says, it's not him who withdrew that, it's not him who withdrew that, it's not me who withdrew it. Now we expect the state to say, what?
My lord, I think it should be noted that at the very onset, it was said that we'll be dealing with Mr. Sibia's account.
Yes.
Yes. Now, Mr. Sibia said, I gave my card to my fiancée.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
But it's his
But now
account.
Sibia is raising an important point because he says in my account, I did not only have withdrawals, I also put money. So where are those transactions where there's a deposit into my account? Because it is only withdrawals. But where are the other transactions? What I'm saying now is even on the affidavit that is allegedly submitted by the bank, there's no indication that the annexure will only be relating to only withdrawals. It only says the attached copies of the entries or documents set out in the annexure and which are attached here to are correct copies of the said entries and documents in the bank. It does not say will only be handling or I'm only submitting transactions that deal only with withdrawals, my lord. I think his concern is very genuine. According to the mind of the
To me,
court,
it
it's
doesn't
not
make
genuine.
sense.
Okay.
Because it's different if Mr. Sibia says, you know what, it's very funny. On the 10th of January 2014,
Yes.
I deposited 700 rands, and
Yes.
it doesn't reflect.
Yes.
He must say. You can't expect the state to say deposits, what. The state says to you, we got these documents from the bank. You heard me?
I don't deny that, my lord. But
Okay, fine.
Sibia,
Okay,
being the whole
let's
of the
leave- let's
account,
leave it as it
says,
is.
where are the deposits?
Yes.
If this is a genuine, if
That's
this is
it.
a
He's got
genuine,
the right to ask,
yes.
but he can't ask this man.
But basically, he's saying,
Because
madam-
this man says
Yes,
he has a document from Standard Bank or Capitec.
yes, my lord.
He doesn't work at Capitec or Standard Bank.
But Standard Bank again, or Capitec, my lord,
No,
if
no.
one goes to the bank and requests a bank statement, it does not only
Okay,
show
they're fine.
withdrawals.
Mr. Baloyi, where are the deposits?
My lord, if one looks at page 9 of exhibit triple E5,
Page 9?
page 9
Yeah.
of exhibit triple E5, there's, for instance,
Shop what?
page 9
Nine?
of exhibit triple E5.
Oh, triple E5.
5 years. There's a deposit
Oh, good.
on the 15th of July 2015 by SARS in the amount of 14,988.
938.
988. So it's
988.
14.988.80.
80. Okay.
Sekuvele ke inkulumo la noma ke inkulumo mpikiswano phakathi kommeli wakho uMnumzane Mnisi lapho echaza khona ukuthi ke leli phepha liyakhethwa noma ke wena uveze ke umbuzo obalulekile mawuthi ke imali ezike zafakwa lapho ebhangini lakho ngoba zona zingaveli ke kuleli phepha. Umshushisi ke ucela sibheke ke fakazi number 9 okuyiyona ke ekubonisayo khona ukuthi ke nayi ngomhla ka15 kuJuly kunyaka 2015 ke kwangena ke imali engango 14,988.80 kwakuyimali ke efakwe uSARS.
And also,
I'm listening.
if one looks at page 4, it's for the statement for the period 18 August 2014 to 18 September, it says funds received, it's 1,000 rand. The opening balance was 33 rand 67. Funds received was 1,000 rand. The closing balance, about 35 rand 50 was used. The closing balance was 998 rand 17.
Masibheka ke ku page number 4 iyavela ke ukuthi lesi statement esibonisayo ukuthi ke kuke kwaba khona ke imali engenayo siphakathi kukamhla ka 18 September kunyaka 2014 kuyela mhla ka 18 September ku 2014 la kuyavela ke ukuthi imali eyiveli khona la ebhangini kwakuyimali engange 33 rand 67 kodwa ke kwangena imali engango 1,000 rand kwase kusetshenziswa ke imali engango 35 rand kwaba imali esalayo le u998.17 cents.
Lalela.
I'm listening.
On page 6, funds received, this is for the period 18 June 2014 to 18 July 2014. It says funds received 600 rand. The opening balance was 62 rand and 7 cents. The closing balance is 51.67. And the total funds received 600 rand.
Lesi ke na statement esicala mhla ka 18 kuJune ku2014 kufikela mhla ka 18 kuJuly 2014 lapho bonisa khona ke ukuthi kwangena imali engango 600 rand kule account. Imali yayivele ke ikhona ngaphambi kokuthi ingene le 600 rand kwaku 62 rand 7 cents. Manje ke imali eyayisele la imali engange 51 rand 67 cents kodwa ke imali eyangena imali engange 600 rand.
Lalela.
I'm listening.
Then for the period 17 May 2014 to 18 June 2014, the funds received 650. The opening balance was 407.62. closing balance 6207. The funds used were 995.45.
Manje ke mhla ka 17 noma ngephakathi kwesikhathi saka 17 May 2014 kufikela ke mhla ka 18 June 2014 kuyaveza la ukuthi ke imali ke eyangena la imali engange 650 imali eyayivele ikhona la kokuyimali engange 407 rand 52 cents imali yasetshenziswa ke kwaba imali engange 995 rand 45 cents okwasala ke imali engange 62 rand 7 cents kodwa ke imali eyangena phakathi kwalesikhathi lesi kwaba imali engange 650.
Lale.
I'm listening.
Then on page 8, it shows the opening balance was 1,951 rand 11 cents. The funds used were 1,543 and 59. Closing balance 407.52.
Imali ke eyayivele ikhona lapho imali engange 1,951 and 11 cents kwase ke kusetshenziswa ke imali engango 1,543 59 cents imali yasala ke ebank emva kwaloko kwasala ke imali engange 407 rand 52 cents.
Lale.
I'm listening.
Yes, then it takes us to that deposit, big deposit from, the statement is for the period 18 June 2015 to 18 July 2015. On 15 July 2015, there was a deposit from SARS in the amount of 14,988.80.
Bese ke isithumela la kumhla ka 18 June phakathi kwesikhathi saka 18 June 2015 kufikela ku 18 July 2015 la isibonisa khona ukuthi mhla ka 15 kuJuly ku 2015 kwangena imali ebuya lapha kwa SARS okuyimali engange 14,988.80 cents.
Lale.
I'm listening.
Yes. So yeah, those are some of the funds that were coming into the account.
Manje ke izona lezi imali ezazingena lapho kule account ezazi deposit.
Lale.
I'm listening.
Thank you. Can you then go back to the transactions? (2014) 1109. The time is 11/10/04. There's a cash withdrawal. However, there were insufficient funds. The transaction was at shop 11A and 11B, Naledi, South Johannesburg.
2014 kuNovember mhla ka 9 isikhathi 11:10:04 uke kwazama ke ukukhishwa imali khona la eshop number 11A 11B eNaledi South Johannesburg kodwa kwatholakala ukuthi ke ayikho imali.
Then on the
Ngiyabona kusemina ngikhipha imali.
I can see that I'm not the one that made that withdrawal.
same day, 11, just few seconds after the previous transaction, 11:10:47, there was an attempt to withdraw. However, there were insufficient funds.
Ngalo lona
Still at the same place, shop 11A and 11B Naledi, South Johannesburg.
ngalo lona lolo suku ke kodwa ke sekushintsha isikhathi 11:10:47 khona lapho endaweni ke yase Naledi South kwatholakala ukuthi ke imali ayikho.
Ngiyabona akusemina ngikhipha imali.
I can see that it was not me who was making the withdrawal.
Then, few seconds thereafter, on the same day, 2014 1109, the time is 11:11:16. There's an attempt to withdraw cash. However, there were insufficient funds still at shop 11A and 11B, corner MC Johannesburg.
ngalo lona lolo suku lolo ngomhla ka 9 kuNovember 2014 ngo 11:44 uke kwazama futhi ke umuntu wayezama ke ukhipha imali khona kuyo sona leso sitolo khona MC eJohannesburg kodwa akutholakala ukuthi futhi isolo kungekho imali.
Ngale akusimina ngizama ukukhipha imali.
I'm listening. It was not me who attempted to make that withdrawal.
Then 2 days later, 2014, 11, 17, 34 seconds. There's an attempt to withdraw cash. And the action says exceeds withdrawal. Still at shop 11A and 11B, corner MC Johannesburg.
Bese mhla ka 11 ku 11 kunyaka ka 2014 isikhathi ku 091734 ke uke wazama ke ukukhipha ke imali kodwa ke ibhangi lathi ke sewenqile noma ke wenqele isibalo obekele sona sokuthi ungakhipha imali kuso sona lesi sitolo esiku 11A 11B khona MC Johannesburg.
Yayibona akusimina ngizama ukukhipha imali.
I can see it, but it was not me who attempted to make this withdrawal.
Noma ngicine ngingatholi kahle umshushisi uthi lo muntu lo kahle kahle wayesebenzisa mhlambe ishop A1 la ubhalwe khona naleti Johannesburg nele ethi khona Johannesburg wayesebenzisa ishop A1 yayishintsha kwesinye isikhathi ibhalwe uthi naleti Johannesburg or kwesinye isikhathi ibhalwe uthi MC Johannesburg.
Can the prosecutor explain this? There's a shop 11A and shop 11B because here it reflects a Naledi and then on another transaction it reflects corner MC Johannesburg. So I want to know whether this person trying or attempting to make this withdrawal was he changing shops or the name of the shops changed from a Johannesburg MC to Naledi. So I want to understand there.
Ngoba inaleti isefosorus Johannesburg iJozi and la ithi ama second ambalwa la umuntu osuke khona ekade ezama enaleti Johannesburg waphinda wozama futhi ekhonini lase Johannesburg.
Bearing in mind that Naledi is situated in Vosloorus and Johannesburg is Jozi, and now I can see on the time frames it reflects that at this point it attempted to withdraw money and then a few seconds later and then if on the first transaction, you would say that this person attempted to withdraw money at Naledi, and then the second transaction would say that this person attempted to withdraw money at corner MC Johannesburg.
So these are your transactions. Did you not receive bank notification or bank statements from your bank?
Manje ke lana ama transactions noma ke kusetshenziswa kwecard lakho ngeaccount yakho manje wena wawungatholi yini imlayezo ke kumakhala ekhukhwini wakho eshoyo ukuthi ke naku umuntu uyakhipha imali noma na imali yaphuma na imali yangena.
Mina noma ngangiyithola ngibuza la ngoba kubhalwe kanje efonini akubhalwa kanje kubhalwa nje ukuthi kunemali withdraw endaweni eso ngesikhathi eso and lokho angubeki emqondweni wami ngoba le mali kuleli card leli kwakuyimali yakhe lo muntu lo kwakumele ayisebenzise noma kanjalo.
I'm saying this because it's what is reflected on this document. And on the text that you'd receive, it would not state as to in the same way that is stated here. It would just reflect that there's there's an amount of money that was withdrawn, and the money on that card was made for that person to spend it.
Yes. 2014, 11, 09, 18 and 15 seconds. There's a cash withdrawal. Shop 11A and 11B, corner MC Johannesburg.
It dated 2014, 11, isikhathi. No, it dated 2014, 11:09, 11, isikhathi 44 seconds. Isho ke ukuthi ke kuye kwakhishwa ke imali khona kuso lesi store kuthiwa ke khona MC Johannesburg.
Ngiyayibona kodwa akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see that, but it's not me who make that withdrawal.
The next day, 2014, 11, 12, time is 13:32:58. There's a cash withdrawal at corner Brickfield and BA, Johannesburg.
Eselandelayo ke ithi 2014-11-12 isikhathi ithi 13:32:58 seconds iyasho nakhona ke ukuthi kwakhishwa ke imali khona Brickfield NBA eJohannesburg.
Yayibona ukuthi akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it, but it was not me who made that withdrawal.
2014-11, 13:08:42:39. There's a cash withdrawal at Foslores. The place name is ICC, actually ICCC, ASHARR Foslores.
Mhla 13 kuNovember 2014 isikhathi sithi 08:42:39 seconds ekwakhishwa ke imali futhi ke endaweni yaseFosloras ebhalwe lana noma ke evela lana njengo ICCC ASHARR.
Ngiyayibona ukuthi akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it, but it was not me who was making this withdrawal.
So once again, we can see that after the previous transaction that was performed at Nongoma, which was on 30 October 2014, the transactions that followed on 3 November 2014 up until 13 November 2014 were all in Gauteng.
Uyabona ke ukuthi ke lana njengoba kuvela la ukuthi ukugcina leli card noma ke imali yakhishwa kwaNongoma kwakumhla ka30 kuOctober kunyaka ka2014 bese wonke lama transactions lawa alandelayo enzeka la eGoli.
Njengoba ngisho lo umuntu wayinelungelo lokudraw noma ikuphi la afuna ukudraw khona lapha khona wayene right yokusebenzisa leli account ngendlela ayifuna ukulisebenzisa.
As I have already indicated that that person had the right to withdraw anywhere where she liked.
Noma useGoli noma useCape Town noma ukuphi mayifuna ukusebenzisa ikhadi wayene right ulisebenzisa.
Whether they are in Cape Town, whether they are in Johannesburg, they had the right to use the card.
Why did she have to use your card?
Isizathu sokuthi ke esebenzise leli lakho ikhadi yini?
Ingoba ingenalo lakhe.
Because she did not have hers.
But what were you using?
Wena wawusebenzisani ke?
Emakhaya asisebenzisi ekhaya kukho indawo eseduzane ngaphandle ukuthi kumele uzugibele uye edrobheni mawufuna ukusebenzisa ikhadi kodwa yena wayehlala eGoli kwakulula ukuthi mayisuka la suka khona ngeenyawo eyokwenza lento ayifunayo ngeenyawo.
In the homelands we do not have places where one can just walk to make a withdrawal unless one would be supposed to take a taxi and go to town to make a withdrawal. But it was easier for her because she's here in Gauteng and then she'd be in a position to can walk and just go and make a withdrawal.
But say on the 22nd of July 2014, at 14:07, you went in person to confirm a booking at Brakpan and you paid 108 rand in cash.
Kodwa ke mhla ka22 kuJuly kunyaka ka2014 wena waya mathupha waziyela wena ke eBoksburg okuyilapho khona wawuqinisekisa ke ukufaka isicelo sakho sebooking owakhokha ke imali engango 108 rand.
Yebo Boksburg ngayiyela mina ngafika ngakhokha lo mali leyo ngesandla.
Yes, I personally went to Boksburg myself and I had paid with hard cash.
And 15 September 2014, you also paid 60 rand in cash.
Wakhokha futhi ke u60 rand ke mhla ka15 kuSeptember ku2014.
Yebo.
Yes.
How were you able to use cash if you say your partner had the cards?
Manje wawukhona kanjena ke uyisebenzisa imali noma ukuthi ube nemali kuwena ngoba ke uthe umlingani wakho uyena wayephethe ikhadi lakho.
Ingakho yena wayesebenzisa ikhadi imali mina ngangayithola noma ikuphi.
She was the one using the card, but I could have got the money anywhere else.
Nginabazali mina abangiphayo imali.
I have parents who give me money.
2014, 11, 14 at 17:35, 59. There's a cash withdrawal at Nongoma.
Manje ke kuvela ukuthi ke mhla ka 14 kuNovember 2014 isikhathi u17:35:59 kuyavela ke ukuthi ke kwakhishwa imali emshinini okhipha imali kwaNongoma.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one who made that withdrawal.
And who made the withdrawal?
Ubani owakhipha leyo mali? Ubani owakhipha leyo mali?
Engingakusho ukuthi ikhadi lalikubani ukuthi ubani wayekhipha imali ngeke ngize ngikwazi ukusho ukuthi ubani kodwa ikhadi lalingibali.
The only thing I can say is to say with whom was the card, but I cannot say as to who made the withdrawal. And the card was with Mbali.
Following day, 2014, 11, 15, 17:30, and 36 seconds, cash withdrawal at Engine Ulundi.
Elandelayo ke ithi mhla ka 15 kuNovember kunyaka 2014 isikhathi sithi 17:36 seconds iyasho ke ukuthi ke kwakhishwa ke futhi imali engine yasendaweni yase Ulundi.
Ngiyayibona kodwa akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it, but it was not me who made the withdrawal.
Are you saying it's Mbali?
Manje uthi uMbali.
Ngithi ikhadi lalingibali.
I'm saying the card was with Mbali.
Angeke ngize ngithi uye wayekhipha imali kodwa ikhadi lalikuye yena nganika noma ubani okhipha imali or kube uye oyikhiphayo. So angikho kuyiposition ukuthi ngingasho ukuthi ubani straight wayekhipha imali. Kodwa iposition enguyo ukuthi mina ikhadi nganginikeza uMbali.
I'm not in a position to can confirm as to whether Mbali was the person making the withdrawal. What I can say is that the card was with Mbali and she could have sent anyone to go and make the withdrawal or make the withdrawal herself. But what I'm saying is that the card was with Mbali.
Ngoba kunalanje ukuthiwa umuntu wageja khona iPin. Angicabanga ukuthi uMbali ngendlela lekhadi ayisebenzisa ngayo wayengageja iPin uma kuthiwa uyalisebenzisa.
I see it's reflected on this document that there was an insertion of incorrect PIN, and then in the way in which Mbali had been using this card, I don't think he would have made or input an incorrect PIN.
2014, 11, 17, 08, 27, 55. There's a cash withdrawal at Princess Magogo Street, Ulundi.
Elandelayo ke mhla 17 kuNovember ku2014 isikhathi ku08:27:55 seconds lapho ke ebonisa khona ukuthi kwakhishwa ke imali endaweni yase Princess Magogo Street Ulundi.
Ngiyabona akusimina kodwa ngikhipha imali.
I can see this, but I'm not the one who made that withdrawal.
So one can see that there's a very brief usage in KZN. It's from 14 up to 17. So it's a period of only 3 days usage of the card in KwaZulu-Natal.
Manje ke siyakhona ukubona ke ukuthi leli card ke kwaZulu Natal lasetshenziswa ke isikhashana esincane noma esifishane ngoba mhlambe izinsuku ezintathu nje kuphela ukuthi lisebenze khona lapha endaweni yaKwaZulu Natal eKZN.
Njengoba ngishilo ukuthi uMbali benelunga lokusebenzisa ikhadi noma ekuphi noma inini.
As I've already indicated that Mbali had the right to use the card anywhere anytime.
Ngoba imali ebisukela phakathi imali yakhe akusiyona eyami.
Because the money that would be in that card, it's hers, not mine.
Then 2014, 11, 18, time 16:38:27, cash withdrawal back in Johannesburg, corner Brickfield and Beer, Johannesburg.
Bese ke landela ithi mhla ka 18 kuNovember ku2014 isikhathi sithi 16:38:27 kwakhishwa ke imali endaweni yase corner Brickfield and Beam eJohannesburg.
Ngiyayibona kusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see that, but it was not me who made that withdrawal.
2014, 11, 19, time 07, 17:48. There's a cash withdrawal, shop 11A and 11B, Naledi Foslores.
Elandelayo ke ithi mhla ka 19 kuNovember 2014 isikhathi sithi 07:17:48 seconds yasho ke ukuthi kwakhishwa ke imali kuso lesi store shop number 11A 11B enaledi eFosloras.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see that it was not me who made the withdrawal.
2014, 11:21, 16:08, 27 seconds. Cash withdrawal, shop 11A and 11B, corner MC Johannesburg.
Elandelayo ke ithi mhla ka 21 kuNovember 2014 isikhathi u16:01:27 seconds yasho ukuthi ke kwakhishwa ke khona la imali shop number 11
11A and 11B.
11A and 11B ekhona MC eJohannesburg.
Ngiyayibona kodwa lokhu ngisho akusimina ngikhipha le mali.
I can see that, but I've indicated that it was not me who made the withdrawal.
2014, 11:25, 12:28, 56, cash withdrawal, shop 11A and 11B, Naledi Fosloras.
Mhla ka 25 kuNovember 2014 isikhathi u12:28:56 yabonisa ke ukuthi kwakhishwa ke imali eshop number 11A and 11B enaledi endaweni yaseFosloras.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one who made the withdrawal.
2014, 11:28, 13:39, 37 seconds. There's a cash withdrawal of 100 rand. Shop 11A and 11B, Naledi Fosloras.
Mhla ka 28 November 2014 isikhathi u13:39:37 seconds wakhishwa ke imali futhi imali elingana no 100 rand eshop number 11A 11B eFosloras.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see that, but it's not me who made this withdrawal.
Then 2015, 03:19 at 12:22:58. It's a cash withdrawal of 150 rand at Itala Shopping Center, Ulundi.
Mhla ka 19 kuMarch kunyaka ka 2015 isikhathi u12:22:58 seconds ke kwakhishwa ke imali lapha ke eIthala Shopping Center endaweni yasoLundi.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one that made the withdrawal.
2015, 07:15 time 12:05:24. There's a cash withdrawal, or there was an attempt to withdraw cash. Says excess withdrawal. It was at shop 11A and 11B, corner MC Johannesburg.
Mhla ka 15 kuJuly kunyaka ka 2015 isikhathi sithi 12:05:24 uye wazama ke lo muntu ukukhipha ke imali kodwa kwatholakala ukuthi ke usenqe isikhathi noma ke amathuba bekele wona ukuthi ke angakhipha imali. Kwenzeka lokhu ke kuso sona lesi store shop number 11A 11B khona MC eJohannesburg.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one that made this withdrawal.
2015, 07:15 time 12:06:11. There's a cash withdrawal of 1,500 at shop 11A and 11B, corner MC Johannesburg.
Bese ke kulandela le ka 15 July 2015 isikhathi sithi 12:06:11 seconds kwakhishwa ke imali khona la khona shop 11A and 11B MC eJohannesburg.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one that made this withdrawal.
2015, 07:16 time 13:22:56. So there's a cash withdrawal again of 1,005 at shop 105, 106, level 100 Johannesburg.
Kanti ke mhla ka 16 kuJuly ke 2015 isikhathi sithi 13:45:18 seconds sikuyavela la ukuthi ke kwakhishwa ke imali kuso lesi store shop number 104/106 level 100 eJohannesburg.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one that made that withdrawal.
2015, 07:16 time 13:45:18. Goods and services were purchased in the amount of 599. It says CPT, this now Cape Town.
Mhla ka 16 kuye ke uJuly 2015 isikhathi sithi 13:54:58 lapho kubonakala ke ukuthi kwakhokhelwa khona imali ngange 599 khona ke endaweni yase Cape Town.
No, sorry, it can't be Cape Town, it's just CPT, because the next transaction is on the same date and it says Spitz Carlton Center, Johannesburg.
Angeke kube ke ikapa leli ngoba ke ngalo lona lolo suku lolu mhla ka 16 i-transaction elandelayo ibonisa ukuthi ke lasebenza futhi ke eSpitz eCarlton Center eJohannesburg.
Ngiyayibona ngazi lutho akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it, I know nothing, I'm not the one that made that withdrawal.
Then 16 July 2015, time 14:03:51. Goods and services purchased, studio in the amount of 319 at Studio 88 Carlton, Johannesburg.
Bese ke mhla ka 16 ku July 2015 isikhathi 14:03:51 seconds khona ke endaweni yase kasebenziswa futhi leli khadi eStudio 88 eCarlton eJohannesburg.
Angazi lutho akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I know nothing, I'm not the one who made this withdrawal.
2015-07-16, time 15:54 and 54 seconds. Goods and services purchased in the amount of 307 at Overland Liquors, Foslo, Johannesburg.
Mhla ka 16 ke ku July 2015 isikhathi sithi 15:54:54 seconds ke kwathengwa noma kwakhokhwa ngalo leli khadi ke Overland Liquors eFoslo eJohannesburg.
In the amount of 307 rand.
Kwakhokhwa ke imali ngange 307 rand.
Angazi lutho akusimina engangikhokha lapho.
I know nothing, I'm not the one who was making payment there.
2015-07-17, time 10:58:06, cash withdrawal in the amount of 1,500, Corner Jack and Victoria Street, Germiston.
Bese ke landela ithi mhla ka 17 ku July unyaka 2015 isikhathi sithi 10:58:06 seconds lapho ke lasetshenziswa futhi leli khadi kwakhishwa ke imali ngaleli khadi eCorner Jack and Victoria Street endaweni yaseJimston.
Ngiyabona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see that it was not me who made that withdrawal.
2015-07-17, time 11:07:45, goods and services purchased in the amount of 1,999 rand at Studio 88 Germiston, Johannesburg.
Mhla ka 17 July 2015 isikhathi ke 11:07:45 seconds uthi ke kwakhokhelwa ke kwakhokho lapha eStudio 88 eJimston eJohannesburg.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhokha lapho.
I can see it, but I was not the one making the payment.
2015-07-19, time 11:10:27, cash withdrawal 200 rand, Absa Johannesburg Central Prison, Johannesburg.
Mhla ka 19 ku July 2015 isikhathi 11:10:27 seconds kuye kwakhishwa ke futhi imali khona lapho eAbsa Johannesburg Central Prison.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it, I'm not the one that made that withdrawal.
Twenty 20 time 18:20, 40 seconds, cash withdrawal 1,500 rand, shop 11A and 11B, Naledi, Foslo.
Mhla ka 20 ku July 2015 isikhathi 18:20 40 seconds wakhishwa ke imali ngange 1,500 rand kusho le shop number 11A 11B eNaledi eFoslo.
Ngiyayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it, I was not the one that made that transaction.
Next transaction 21 July 2015, time 11:11:46, cash withdrawal in the amount of 1,500 Shop 11A and 11B Naledi Phosphorus.
Kwakhishwa ke futhi imali mhla ka 21 kuJuly unyaka 2015 isikhathi u11:46 seconds number shop shop number 11A and 11B eNaledi ePhosphorus imali engange 1500 rand.
Yayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it, I'm not the one who was making the withdrawal.
2015 07 22 16 23. Cash withdrawal 500 rand. It says DNR Phoslo Naledi. M Phosphorus.
22 July 2015 isikhathi u16:23 4 seconds yasho ke ukuthi kwakhishwa ke imali DNR Phoslo Naledi M Phosphorus.
Yayibona akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it, I'm not the one who made the withdrawal.
Sorry, if we can just go back to the transaction of 2015 07 15. At 12:05:24. We see that the previous transaction, which was on 19 March 2015, a card ending with 143 was used. But on 2015-07-15 at 12:05, there's a cash withdrawal of 2,000 rand using a new card with the number ending 261.
Ukusetshenziswa ke kwecard mhla ka 19 March kunyaka ka 2015 kuyavela ukuthi ke inombolo lezi zintathu zokugcina ezasekhadini sibhala ukuthi 143 la kwakhishwa khona imali engango 150 bese kuthi ke mhla ka 15 kuJuly kunyaka ka 2015 kuyavela ukuthi ke ikhadi lasetshenziswa la inombolo zokugcina ezintathu zithi 261 wakhishwa khona imali elingana no 2,000 rand.
There was an attempt to withdraw and it says exceeding withdrawal.
Lo muntu ke wayezama ke ukhipha ke imali engango 2,000 rand kodwa kwatholakala ukuthi ke amathuba wakhe ukuthi ke akhiphe imali sekenqa isibalo sokuthi angakhipha imali.
But then at 12:06 on the same day, 12:06:11, an amount of 1,500 was successfully withdrawn.
Kodwa ke ngo 12:06:11 seconds ngalo lona lolu suku lolo wakwazi ke ukuthi ke akhiphe ke imali engange 1,500 rand.
You see, from 15 July 2015, 12:05, a new card was used, ending 261.
Yabona ke kusukela mhla ka 15 kuJuly ku 2015 12:05:24 seconds ikhadi elisha inombolo yakhona ezintathu zigcina ngo 261 lalisetshenziswa kusukela ngalo suku lo lwe-15.
Did you get a new card?
Wathola ikhadi elisha?
Angikhumbuli ikhadi elisha.
I do not recall a new card.
Kodwa engikwaziyo ukuthi ikhadi lami ngishiye kumbali.
Or what I know is that I had left my card with Mbali.
Same with the transaction of 21st September 2014. at 12:01:54, there's a cash withdrawal using the card ending with the number 7273. There's a withdrawal of 600 rand at shop 11A and 11B, MC Johannesburg.
Uyabona ke nale transaction evela mhla ka 21 September kunyaka ka 2014 isikhathi ke kwaku 12:01:54 okuveza ukuthi ke kwakhishwa ke imali engango 600 rand kodwa ke ikhadi lasetshenziswa lapha inamba zakhona lezi ezine zokugcina sithi 7273.
But
Angaze iNetbank akaze ngishitshele ikhadi.
I've never changed a Nedbank's card.
But then on 2014-10-01, there's a cash withdrawal of 200 rand at shop 11A and 11B, corner MC Johannesburg, using the card ending with the number 0143. So it's a different card.
Uyabona ke ukuthi kusetshenziswa ikhadi elihlukile la ngoba mhla ka 1 kuOctober kunyaka ka 2014 ke isikhathi u17:31 25 seconds. Yabonakala la ukuthi ke kwakusetshenziswa ke ikhadi elihlukile eligcina ngo0143.
Ngibona inamba zingafani kodwa angaze ngize ngishitshe ikhadi njengoba lela phepha lela lisho ukuthi mina ngavula iaccount ngamuphi unyaka.
I see that there is a difference on the numbers that's stated here, but what I can say is that I've never changed my bank card as reflected on the other document that was shown to me, where it shows when did I open my bank account.
When did you give Ms. Mbali your card?
Wamnikeza nini ke umbali card lakho?
Ngoba ngisho ukuthi ngalishiya kuyo 2013 mangihamba ngiyohlala emakhaya.
I did say that I'd given the card to her in 2013 when I went back home to go reside at home.
And have you replaced the original card that you've given to her?
Use uke washintsha ke leli card wamnikeza lona. Wathola elinye.
Cha ngisenayo iNetbank manje.
I do no longer have Nedbank currently.
No, I'm referring at the dates reflected here.
Manje ke ngisho ngalamasuku lawe noma ke lamalanga lawe engilibele ngikubonisa wona. Uke washintsha ke ikhadi?
Cha.
No.
But how would she then have transacted in her own version with a card with a different card number?
Manje ke uthi bekazokwazi kanjani ukuthi ke akhiphe imali esebenzisa ke ikhadi noma ke amakhadi ahlukile ngokweinamba noma ke inamba lezi ezitholakala la emakhadini zihlukile bekazokwenza kanjani lokho wena ungekho?
Angikho kwiposition ukuthi ngamphendulele umbali ngoba ngisho ukuthi la kunezinto eziningi ezididayo la kunendawo ethi Naledi ithi Johannesburg ithi Naledi Phosphorus ithi Naledi MC Johannesburg okhomba ukuthi mhlambe ngenze ukuthi yona lento le iyayishintshela yona ngendlela umshishisi sesisho ngayo uthe iyayishintshela yona lento le.
I cannot confirm or comment on Bali's behalf, as I've already indicated that this document itself, there are things that are not consistent here because there is a corner shop 11A and B, which is in corner MC Johannesburg. Then again, it reflects Naledi Phosphorus. So maybe this document itself, it changes itself or it changes from time to time, or there are things that are changing from time to time on this document.
Angaze ngishitshe ikhadi.
I have never changed a card.
2015-07-28, 1452-14, there's a cash withdrawal in the amount of 150 rand at shop 11A and 11B, Naledi, South Johannesburg.
Mhla 28 July 2015 isikhathi 14:52 14 seconds ukhishwa ke imali engango 150 kuyo nale shop number 11A 11B eNaledi South eJohannesburg.
Ngiyayibona ukuthi akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it, but it's not me that made the withdrawal.
31 July 2015, time 08:04:23, there's a cash withdrawal. There was an attempt to withdraw cash. However, there were insufficient funds. And this was corner Brickfield and Beer, Johannesburg.
Kanti ke futhi mhla ka 31 July unyaka 2015 isikhathi 08:04:23 seconds wazama ke umuntu ukhipha ke imali la kwatholakala ukuthi ayikho imali kwenzeka konke lokho khona Brickfield and Beer eJohannesburg.
Ngiyabona, akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see this. I'm not the one who made the withdrawal.
31 July 2015, time 08:05:13, cash. There was an attempt to withdraw cash at corner Brickfield and BA Johannesburg.
Kanti futhi ke uye wazama futhi lo muntu ukhipha imali mhla ka 31 kuJuly 2015 isikhathi 080513 endaweni yasekhona Brickfield and Beer eJohannesburg watholakala ke ukuthi akunamali.
Lalela akusimina ngizama ukukhipha imali.
Listening, I'm not the one who attempted to make a withdrawal.
And the last transaction, 2015 0731, 08:05:58. It's some few minutes after the previous attempt at 08:05:13. So after about approximately 45 minutes, there's a cash withdrawal of 1,350, corner Brickfield and BA Johannesburg.
Yokugcina ke bonisa ukuthi mhla ka 31 kuJuly nyaka 2015 isikhathi 08:08:58 seconds uye wazama ke emveni kwemzuzu ke 8:45 njengoba ke bezamile ekuqaleni watholakala ukuthi imali ayikho kulesikhathi lesi wakhona ke noma waphumelela ukuthi akhiphe imali engango 1,350 endaweni yasekhona Brickfield and BA eJohannesburg.
Ngiyabona, akusimina ngikhipha imali.
I can see it. I'm not the one who we made this withdrawal.
As a court, please, my lord, the court time is almost expired. Can we adjourn until tomorrow?
Okay, until tomorrow.